Hey guys, Get Out, a movie directed by Jordan Peele, the Jordan Peele of the Key and Peele comedy duo. I'm personally a big fan of Key and Peele. I think it's great. To this day, I still get people saying Aaron all the time. So guys that are really my type of comedy. I mean, they're very situational, very clever kind of stuff. So obviously, hearing that this is going to be the directorial debut of Jordan Peele, everybody would assume this is going to be a comedy. But of course, it's not a comedy. It's actually a horror thriller film based around racism. So, needless to say, I was a little bit intrigued when I first heard of this movie. I just didn't know what to really think about it. But needless to say, overnight, it looks like this really did just take off and blow up. All throughout the week, I've been keeping an eye on Rotten Tomatoes, and I saw that it had 100% very early on. I thought for sure that's going to start to come down. They always do. And then that just never happened. It is currently sitting at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's being liked by everybody. So yeah, just kind of jumping right into it. Daniel Kaluuya plays Chris. He's dating a girl. He's going to meet her family. And things just get crazy really, really early on. His girlfriend's mother, played by Catherine Keener, she is a hypnotist. And that's really all you should know about it before you actually go and see it. Just know just as little as you can about that aspect of it. But there are some interesting things to kind of take out of this movie right away. I mean, you can understand very early on that it's trying to really speak to the deeper parts of racial tension in the United States. And it's not the in-your-face, really obnoxious levels of racism that you sometimes see in movies. These aren't hillbilly rednecks. These aren't, these three teeth missing, kind of just, rebel flag waving guys. No, no, no. These are like very rich, sophisticated people, and just these subtle things in which they do that are just these just very, very undermining ways of talking to people of different cultures, different races. There are almost these little things you can almost overlook just to show you actually how deep it can go. There are lines in the movie that come up. There are pieces of dialogue or things that are taking place that if you realize what this movie is really trying to get at, you realize in your own life, yeah, that's kind of messed up. That's, even when I think I'm better than this, or even when I think, well, I'm not that hillbilly redneck guy. That guy is the worst. I mean, that guy is such a racist. And you realize really quickly, like, well, actually, there's a lot of things that I do on my day-to-day life that kind of feed into that. This movie is really trying to shine a light on that, mixed in with being a thriller and horror movie. As far as it goes on that thriller and horror side of things, it's pretty standard fare, I think. It does your kind of normal traditional jump scares. Somebody walking by the door kind of jumps, and looking into a window and somebody staring right back at you kind of jumps. It's got that kind of stuff through it, which are fine. It's not bad. But I wouldn't even really call this necessarily a scary movie. There wasn't really a point where I was scared. I was more just kind of fascinated in watching it kind of unravel as you go through it. And yeah, so without even really ruining it, the ending of this movie is, I think I was the most impressed with that. You can almost kind of see what's coming, but then it doesn't come. And it's something even more kind of outstanding. Even in the theater that I was in, you could kind of feel people collectively go, gosh, you know exactly what's happening right now. But then it just doesn't. It doesn't. It does something completely different and better. Just astronomically better. It just really sets it all in. It makes it feel just really, really great by the end of that movie. Without really ruining it, just go into it, and I think you'll probably feel the same way I did. this is a totally relevant movie to kind of the current climate of things. Jordan Peele was even quoted as saying, and you kind of see this in the trailers, this same kind of quote, that he feels nervous in large groups of white people. And this movie almost just seems to be what that probably feels like from his perspective. It's great. I mean, it's a really, really, really solid film, and a great start for Jordan Peele in his directorial debut. So, I'm interested to see if he's going to continue to go down this path. I imagine he's obviously not done with comedy. He's going to keep doing that. But I'm really curious to see what happens after this. This is a really great movie. Go check it out. Obviously, who isn't liking it right now? So I'm not really saying anything revolutionary right now. But the hype is real. Go see the movie. You won't regret it. It's a really good one. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment, a like down below. That's always a big help for my channel. And until next time, see you.